Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Frank. It is Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. Yeah, I never noticed that. Hope everybody had a good night. Hope y'all getting y'all weekend started. So, just got off the phone with Major and Mercy. Um, I love Major and Mercy's voice when they wake up in the morning. You know, like that little sleepy, tired voice. Major is at State College at a wrestling tournament. And it was nice to get to speak to them this morning. Yeah, usually, they're at school, so I don't get to speak to them in the morning. I will be getting them this afternoon. I'll pick them up at 5 and get them until Wednesday. So, listen, I'm so excited. I'm telling you, I'm so excited to see them. It's only been So I'm here editing this video, and here it is 5:46, and still don't have them. You see that? Still don't have them. I don't understand. Like, it took me for custody of my children, right? In your justification, you said you wanted a schedule. So then we get a schedule. You don't stick to it anyway, right? You don't stick to it anyway. You infringe upon my time with my children, right? God forbid if it was the other way around, though. God forbid if it was the other way around. I swear, like, I can't win for losing, man. I'm serious. I can't win for losing. I just dropped them off on Wednesday. So it's Thursday, Friday, today's Saturday. It's been, what, 2.5, 3 days. When I tell you it feels like it's been a week, it's been a week. From coming home to seeing them every single day to not seeing them, I'm just very excited and looking forward to them. I can't wait. 5 o'clock can't come fast enough. So, yeah, I'm excited. And then I think, being that Monday they don't have school, I think I'm going to take them. So I bought Major a gaming PC for Christmas. The damn thing gets here and doesn't work. So I sent it back. And because of his wrestling schedule, we just haven't had a chance to go. I told him, I said, yo, we'll go to New York and go to BH Photo, which is a dope electronics store, and you can pick out what you want there. So we know you're going to get, we know shit is going to work, all that. So being that he don't have school, we can go, right? That'll be fun. Um, yeah. And I enjoy traveling with them because we have this game that we play, and we'll talk about in the family. We'll be like, all right, who's the most sleepyhead? And then everybody will get a guess, right? And then we'll talk about sort of like who's right and who's wrong. And then we'll be like, all right, who's the most cranky? And it's interesting to hear their point of view. Yeah, Mercy loves playing that for some reason. She'll be like, can we play the question game, Dad? So, yes, looking forward. Um, and last night I was thinking, right? And I seen, so when I open up my app, my YouTube app, it'll show me the top 3 comments. And by top 3 comments, I just mean the 3 most recent comments. And usually they'll be decent comments. Sometimes it'll be like stuff that, like, Frank, get over this, stuff like that. So yesterday was one of them. One of the comments was like, Frank, you need to get over this. You're posting these videos for her, so she can see and blah, and I'm really not. So the day that Rachel decided to leave, I blocked her off all my social media. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, blocked her off all of them. And it wasn't because I didn't want her to see what I was doing. It's because I didn't want to see what she was doing. Now, Instagram, she has 4 or 5 different accounts. So I know she watches my stuff. I know that. But I can't control that. If you go out of your way to watch my stuff, that's on you, right? Not a single time, not one single time have I taken the time to make a fake account and go and look at her page or unblocked her. Not a single time. I do not want to see. I already know. If I go there, I'm probably going to see somebody claiming to be the victim, Yeah. And I know that would be frustrating, and that would also be hurtful to me. So, I would just, I used to always ask, the victim in what? In what sense? Like, what sense? Never cheated on you, never put my hands on you, I've never been mentally abusive. None of that. None of that. And you can't, if you're being honest, you can't say that. You can say other things. You can say there's been times where I've been dismissive, times where, I've been upset with people in your family for disrespecting you. 100%, you could say that. I put my foot down. I started to say no. You can say all that stuff. There's times where I've been dismissive of going to marriage counseling. For years and years and years, I was accused of cheating. And I was always had the same stance. Like, okay, whatever. Sure. Because I knew what happened and what didn't happen, right? And then when I said, you know what? Because I started to think about it. Because at first I was just so dismissive of it. I was like, listen, what I did, I put myself in a bad situation, but nowhere near cheating. And I thought in a physical sense, being intimate with somebody. I thought in that sense. But I also realized that me just being there was a form of cheating, I guess you could say. I'm guilty of that. When I realized that, and different times that we spoke, and I was like, I seen that this bothered her or hurt her, and I said, damn, imagine going through your head and thinking that your partner cheated on you. That I wouldn't want. It doesn't feel good. So I said, you know what? I'll take a polygraph test for you. Not to prove to you that I didn't do something, because if I'm telling you I didn't do something, I'm telling you I didn't do something. But so your mind can be at ease, right? And for so long, I told her this, and she never was like, okay, take it. And then I asked her one day, I said, how come when I tell you I'll do this, you never say, okay, let's do it? I said, if it was me, I would want to put my mind at ease. I said, do you think that I'm going to ask you for one in return? And she said, oh, I'll take one. I said, no, that's not what I asked you. I said, do you think I would ask you for one in return? She didn't really answer. I said, just to let you know, I wouldn't ask you for one in return. I said, I told you, I view infidelity different. If that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. Not saying it doesn't gonna hurt me, not saying you're wrong, not saying, all that. Just saying if that's what you choose to do. And I know that I'm a decent husband and a decent father, so be it. I can't control it, right? You're gonna do what you want to do anyway. Doesn't matter. I think cheating has more to do with the person who's cheating than the other person in the relationship, right? Uh, so I said, look, I'm not gonna ask you for one in return, right? And then when I accepted that, hold on, this is just an excuse she's making. Said this is just an excuse. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take the polygraph test, right? And I'm going to ask them, have I ever been intimate with anybody else since 2013? I'm going to ask them, have I ever been intimate with anybody else? I'm going to ask them about that night that I stood in that girl's house with my homie, right? And she ended up, coming on to me. I'm going to also ask them, because this is another insecurity that she had, saying that I told that girl what to say. And there was a couple other things there that I wanted to establish. And as soon as I did that, her reasons started to change, right? Her reasons started to change. She said, no, well, it's stuff you said when I first left in the videos. And I said, what? I said, I might be wrong. But I said, I've never talked bad about you. I've never said, listen, there's a lot of stuff that I could say that I don't. And vice versa. I said, there's a lot of stuff that I could say that I don't. There's a lot of messages. There's a lot of videos that I could show that I don't. Because I don't want to portray you like that. And that's in anybody's relationship. Imagine being married with somebody for 13 years. Of course you're going to have bullshit to say about each other. Of course you're going to have fucking videos and text messages that don't show each other in the best light. Of course. It's just the way it is. But I said throughout this whole process, throughout the whole thing, 4 years, I have never cursed at you. I have never called you the B word. I never question you as far as, oh, you got another man and blah, blah, blah. Never, none of that. Never, not a single time. Not a single time. That respect hasn't been shown my way, though. And I understand men and women deal with their emotions differently, and, but it doesn't make it right. Right? Doesn't make it right. And I just say that to say, because, one of the comments was like, you could tell some of the comments, y'all ain't never been in, first of all, y'all probably never been married. And then some of the comments, there's this one lady that she messaged and be like, oh, here you go talking about her again. And I want to message her back, but I don't. And I want to tell her, I'm sorry that nobody has loved you the way I love my wife. I'm sorry, because that sucks for you, right? I said, I get it. You just don't understand the love that I have for my wife. You just don't understand that. And I get it. Everybody, I guess, and not saying that I'm like, my love is this special thing. I'm just saying love is a special thing. And the love that I have for my wife is a very special thing. That's all. So anybody that feels like that, I'm sorry that you haven't felt love probably the way you should, right? Sorry. I haven't either, really. So, yeah. I just think, an important takeaway is realizing that until we're in a marriage, until we're in a long-term relationship where we give all, we don't know We don't know what other people are going through, because I'm telling you, prior to this, I would have been the one being dismissive, saying, man, just get over that shit. And not realizing, man, you're dealing with a lot. You're mourning a loss of somebody who's still walking around. And especially in my case, I don't get a single answer as to why this is going on. I've got, she told me at one time at Walmart, yes, I want to get a divorce. And then I said, all right, let me give her some time and let her think about it, and then ask her again. And if she says that's what she wants again, then so be it. And I asked her again, and I don't get an answer. Don't get an answer. It's been like that for months. And it sucks. Right? Because, yeah, it sucks. It just puts me in a very awkward situation where it's like, man, do I give on? Do I give up? Do I move on? But then I'm giving up on my wife. I'm giving up on my family. I understand that just like anybody else, there's mental health issues. Uh, just like anybody else, there's a lot of trauma. It just is. And it's like, man, I do not want to give up on my wife. I do not want to give up on my family unless she specifically says, look, I'm done. I'm always going to have that in the back of my head. Like, man, did I give up too soon? Right. And there's nothing, I think if anything is worth having those thoughts and those feelings, it's your family, right? It's your wife. This isn't my girlfriend. This isn't my baby mom. This is my wife, right? So I just don't want to have that feeling of knowing, damn, I gave up too soon. Just don't. But then everybody has to come to this point where they say, you know what? For my own sanity, for my own well-being, I got to do what I got to do. Well, thank y'all for listening. Hope everybody has a blessed weekend. Kids off school on Monday. Enjoy yourself. Thank you guys. Thank you very, very much for providing me with this space. Thank you. Remember to be kind, loving, and patient. Stay blessed, y'all.